Welcome back to Punchlines, guys. I'm your host, Shane McMurdo. I'm super excited to be back. It is a big day for boxing fans. It's a day after we finally saw Jake Paul lose to Tommy Fury. It wasn't a great fight, but I mean it was okay. I was more happy to see Badu Jack win his third title. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. I've seen him fight for over a decade. So shout out to him. Shout out to the guy behind me right here, scoring 71 points last night for the Blazers, Mr. Damian Lillard. Hands down, my favorite player of all time. Shout out to him. Real quick before we get to today's interview, I'm excited. I'm glad to be back doing the podcast again. Still with Manscaped, guys. Make sure you use the code Knockout20. Get yourself a Lawnmower 4.0. They got a new beard trimmer out as well as beard hygiene products and everything. Use code Knockout20. Get you 20% off and no shipping and handling. And last but certainly not least, my guys over at Feast Mode Flavors. They just sent me their new flavor, raspberry chipotle. I put it on some ribs Saturday night for the Matias fight. And you know they have no MSG. They're gluten-free, low sodium, sugar-free. And it's great if you're just trying to bulk or if you're even trying to cut weight. It's a perfect meal prep seasoning. You guys know I lost 80 pounds this last year, and they were a big part of that. So go ahead and check them out and use code PUNCH10 for 10% off at discount. And finally, my favorite part of the episode to get to is the guest. I'm super excited to have him on, and I'm super excited. I just found out he's fighting a homie of mine, though, which kind of sucks. But, he's an Olympic trials champion. You've seen him fight on ESPN. If not, you've seen highlights of his knockouts all over. He's 6-0 as a professional. In the amateurs, he fought guys like Duke Reagan and even Virgil Ortiz, that big motherfucker. So he's none other than Bruce Shu Shu Carrington. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? You're joining us from Brooklyn today, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brooklyn, baby. Man, I'm super happy. I'm happy that you had me on the show, bro.
Oh man, I've been trying to get you on for a while, but I know you're a guy in high demand right now.
But everything happens in the right timing. You know what I mean? Everything definitely happens in the right time, and it was a matter of time that we was gonna get linked up together anyway.
Oh yeah, man. You're part of a really cool part of boxing right now, right? Because this is something I have a lot of friends that are big UFC fans. They don't watch boxing, and they always try to tell me that boxing's dying, and I'm like, no way, bro. Like, there's some young guys right now that people are really excited about, and you're signed to Top Rank. You fight on ESPN, but there's a good cluster of you guys right now, young guys that like they're all promoting like as a unit, kind of like as a team, and they even show you guys cheering as a team. It's like it's you, it's Tiger, is Troy Isley, the Transformer, Richard Torres, who I think, dude, that dude is the funniest guy in boxing right now.
Dude, bro, like he has the real game on lock on Instagram. Like he has it. Like I sit here and wonder, like, yo, how you even come up with these ideas of these skits? Like, it's hilarious, bro.
Bro, I said he looks like Nacho Libre if he crushed pussy.
Yeah, my man. He looks like a few guys. He looks like Nacho Libre.
Kenny Powers.
Yes. He looks like he could be a part of one of the Jonas Brothers. He's gonna be he crosses over in different fields when it comes to his looks.
Yeah, bro. I tell people, I was like, you can't convince me that dude doesn't own a pair of Pit Viper sunglasses and an Uzi.
For real.
Yeah. No, you guys all bring something different to the game too. And then of course, like they bring you along with guys like Jared Anderson and Keyshawn, and they promote you guys all really well, and everybody has a lot of faith in every single one of you. Like,
you know what it is? You know what it is, honestly? It's from when we was in the amateurs, like, bro, like a lot of people, they just see things, in today's, like, in the moment. But bro, we've been brothers since back in the amateurs, bro. We was on a USA team together, traveling internationally, crushing competition, and then, working out together, pushing each other. The best of the best in the world, the best of the best. We just all kind of in our, like, we're each other sharing our own bubble with each other and becoming family, So like we built that strong bond, and what you guys are seeing that we're showing in the pros is something that we've been doing for years. Like, just that energy and that vibe that we bring. Like we don't just support each other, just for no reason. Like, nah, we've been brothers.
Right. Yeah. And it's like it's kind of something that I link to my time in the military, right? Because
Yeah,
I was fortunate enough to box for a little bit and be in the military, but it is a legit brotherhood when because it's not easy to do what y'all do and to like have people to make it fun while going through it is just
yeah,
a different type of friendship. It like it's crazy because my best friend from the Navy when he got out he wanted to coach college football. So he somehow got a spot at his favorite school of all time, Virginia Tech. And
mm,
now he started his own podcast and he's partnered with like the Chicago Bears running back, Khalil Herbert, just because he's friends
mm,
with him. And I started doing this shit. Now I know like boxers just because I do this podcast, So
yeah. That's what's up.
it's just a brotherhood. Even the guys not signed to Top Rank, I know that was part of your guys's like amateur time, like Chris,
Yeah, yeah,
Colbert,
yeah, yeah,
Nikita, guys like that,
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Those my guys. Especially like Chris, Colbert, Nikita, Richardson Hitchens, Rashad Matty. Like
How can I
we all
forget
actually
Rich?
came from the same gym. We all actually came in the same gym together. We was like, all working together too. So yeah, bro, like that's kind of like how this boxing thing is too. Like this world is so small that all these other guys that you'll see me hanging out with or cross paths with, like honestly, we've been spending years and years, around each other and just been building our relationship over that.
And what was the gym Gleason's or was it a different gym?
Nah, it wasn't Gleason's. It was New York City Cops and Kids Boxing Club out in Flatbush,
Oh,
Brooklyn.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where everybody because Gleason's used to be like one of the gyms that produced a lot of people, but after a while it became like a commercial gym and just straight fitness and it started incorporating other things. But so that's when I think our gym became probably the hottest gym in New York because we were producing guys that were winning certain tournaments like me, Chris Colbert, Nikita Bobby, Richardson, and everybody. So yeah, man, we it was like we came up like I honestly feel like we were one of the last hot dudes coming out of New York for real, for real.
Really, you don't like the young talent there now, or do you just think it's not on the same level?
I feel like it's not on the same level. I don't want to say it's like I don't like any of the young guys because there are some couple. There's some couple young guys. But I think it's like I said, it's not on the same level because the volume of fighters is not the same. Like when I was coming up, there was a lot of good guys coming up from New York, and it's just not the same right now. I feel like there's few good guys that's out there right now that kind of separate themselves from the rest. But they don't really got no real competition until they go, and fight in the national tournaments. To be
Right.
honest.
I've interviewed a few amateur fighters on here too. It's kind of crazy when they took away boxing as an Olympic sport, it kind of changed like the landscape of amateur boxing quite a bit.
I mean, it's not official yet. We're still trying to see how well the Olympics in Paris goes. So if the boxing Olympics happen in Paris and it goes well without any type of corruption, then they'll consider bringing it back for LA 2028. And but if they officially take out the Olympics, yeah, it'll definitely like change the landscape of amateur boxing big time because after a while, then it's like, what's the one thing that we should push forward to it? Will it be the national championships? Would that be more of a big deal? Would the world championships kind of replace the biggest goal in boxing other than the Olympics? What would be the big deal? So,
And just culturally, amateur boxing isn't really that popular over here either.
it's not. People don't even know amateur boxing exists.
Yeah.
Like I try to break it down to people. They'd be like, wait, so you didn't do the Olympics, but you're pro. So are you going to do the Olympics next year? I'm like, no, like only amateur boxers could do the Olympics. Oh, so are you amateur? Or you pro? I'm pro now. Like like people don't
Yeah.
understand, what it is, like how the amateur game works. But if like I just tell them, it's like little league and major league. It's like college basketball and NBA. Like that's how you kind of got to look at it. Like
Yeah.
once you cross that threshold, there's no going back.
It gets treated almost like I would say high school football because there's some famous high
Yeah,
school football players out there, but you have to like really be into football to know who they are.
yeah,
Like
that's true.
like Carmel Moulton, right? He has
Mm,
like he's very popular for an amateur boxer,
yeah,
but a lot of people who are fans of boxing, but only the pro side, they're not gonna know who he is.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you had a very lengthy and a standout amateur career. Like you were an Olympic
Thank you.
trials champion,
Thank you.
and like I said, if you just go to BoxRec and BoxRec, their amateur records are terrible.
Yeah.
They're one of the worst. But like how many fights did you have as an amateur?
Dude, I had I had like over 280 fights, and they only got caught like, I
60
don't know,
of them.
60 of them. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm looking at them like, yo, and then the certain fights they missed, the certain fights that I won, I'm just looking like, dude, like, bro, they even got my birthplace wrong. They got my birthplace in like Westbury. I'm like, no, I'm from Brooklyn. Like, don't put my birthplace in. They got to change that.
Yeah.
They got to change my record. They got to change my profile picture. I want everything changed on BoxRec. I don't give a damn.
Bro, yo, that is the most New York shit too, is where you're from. And I'd never even been on the East Coast except for when I did a fucking field trip to Washington, D.C. But as an 8th grader, fat as shit. But when I moved out there, I worked with a Dominican dude. He was in the Navy. I was a recruiter out of Hackensack, New Jersey. And he was Dominican and he was from the Bronx. And I kept saying he was from Brooklyn. He's like, I'm not from fucking Brooklyn. I'm like, my bad, dude. I'm like, it's still New York. And he's like, it ain't the same, bro.
No, bro. We were really, you know, like serious when it comes to like where we from. Cause I don't know, it's like, even though we're all from New York, it's like each borough carries its own culture. Like a lot of us Brooklyn dudes, like we known as like the like hip and grimy, but we like probably the most popular out of all the boroughs because of who we produce out of there, like Mike Tyson, Jay-Z, Biggie, and so many other people that come from Brooklyn. Queens as well, like they're known for like a lot of Queens guys, they're known for like getting money and, you know, stuff like that. And their landscape in terms of real estate and stuff is kind of different from Brooklyn as well too, because they have a lot of houses out there. Brooklyn has builders a bunch of apartments. They have houses with driveways and people already driving with cars and stuff like that. And people in New York, mainly in Brooklyn as well too, we start driving pretty late. Like you get our license like in the late age. Manhattan is basically where the tourists go. And then if you go more uptown, that's Harlem. That's all them guys that's known for the fashion and stuff like that. Like Staten Island as well. They're kind of like more so like, you know, more to themselves. But like a lot of Italians, like they took over Staten Island, and even in the Bronx, it's like very heavily, you know, populated with with Spanish culture. So it's like everybody we rep something, you know, independently. Yeah. But it's just New York City. But listen, make sure you get it right when you say you're from Brooklyn. You know, you get it right. That's what it is.
Bro, it took me like a year to figure out what the fuck it meant when the people were saying it's brick out here. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Let me tell you, right? Let me tell you this. Me and my boy Nico Ali Walsh.
Yeah.
We got this running joke. So I be teaching him like little New York terminology, you know, the slang and everything. And I'd be like, yeah, bro, like it's brick outside. He'd be like, brick? What you mean? Yeah. Like, bro, why you say what you mean? Like, it's hard? What you talking about? I'm like, no, like brick means it's cold outside. Like, you know, it's brick outside. He's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm bricked up right now. So I'm like, no, don't say you're bricked up. That means something totally different.
That means you got ass, right?
Yeah. No, listen, that means something else, bro. That basically means like you turned on or something. Like, I mean, that's what it means. Oh. But yeah, I'm like, yo, bro, don't say that. Say it the way I said it. But it's a funny running joke that we got going on. But yeah, that's the little slang that we got and everything. It's funny.
Yeah, bro. New York's just a different place, bro.
Yeah.
It's unlike anything.
It
really is, because I'm from Vegas and I thought Vegas was wild. And I've been to Thailand, and Thailand's fucking wild, but New York is just constantly, you never know what you're gonna see.
It's a movie, bro. Like, it's really like what we really call New York the concrete jungle, because it's like, it's wild. It's really wild. It's really a movie outside. Like, you never know what you're gonna run into or see, you know, walking outside your door, you know, just taking public transportation on a train and stuff like that. It's always something. New York is just full of different cultures, and you know, it's a very cultured place. It's a very culture pace. A lot of people, bunch of different interactions is going to happen. And yeah, it's something that you got to get used to. We're known as being some of the rudest people in the country, so and aggressive and whatever. But it's fun. Like we know how to have fun, and it's just a lot we bring to the table.
I can't remember who said it, but they're like, just to put New York in perspective, if you just take the Brooklyn Bridge, think of all, like probably every famous person you can name has been across that bridge at one point, like at least once.
For sure.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's like one of the main monuments, though, honestly, that we have, like Brooklyn Bridge. Honestly, because we have a few bridges, but I'm trying to think. I don't know why the Brooklyn Bridge out of all the bridges is like, the bridge to take pictures on and go to. I guess maybe because it has a better walkway and bike lanes and stuff like that than all the other bridges and stuff like that, or probably it's because it's one of the older bridges. It's probably one of the oldest bridges that we have out there. But it's always something. It's a big monument for us, honestly. It's a big landmark.
And it's a landmark in the boxing community too. Just like you're alone from Brownsville. Shit, Tyson, Zeb, Shannon,
Danny, Shannon,
yeah, man. Brownsville off. I always forget about Danny Jacobs. I don't know why I thought he was from Manhattan for some reason. I knew.
He gives off. He wouldn't really give off the typical Brownsville type of persona, but that's just who he is, honestly. Like he's definitely a proper guy, and he's a thorough dude. But trust and believe, he has that Brownsville in him. Like, don't get it twisted. It's understandable that people would sometimes forget about Danny, but I think that's the reason why. It's because the way he carries himself and stuff like that. Like, 9 times out of 10, you see Danny walking outside. He's outside with a suit and tie, and that's something that I feel like that's beautiful to be represented in Brownsville, because this is like Brownsville is known for being dirty and violent, and but we tired of hearing that. We tired of seeing that. It's time for a change. Like, it's time for us to see guys like Danny Jacobs. It's time for, like, you see me, like, I'm in my little dress, so I'm in a suit right now, and it's just something different that that needs to be shown, that also comes out of Brownsville. Not all bad just comes out of Brownsville. Like, there's a lot of great things that come out of where we from.
So that's what brings me to my question. Is that something, I don't even need to ask it. I was going to ask if that's something that you're extremely proud to represent, but you just answered that by doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
And you do. Bro. You're a fighter in the featherweight division, which is, and the smaller the weight classes go, the more dependent they are on technique, and where you can't just get away with power. And you bring such a cerebral approach to the game, and it's highlighted because even the way Top Rank promotes you, they'll post educational videos from you on their main page of you just talking about the importance of the jab, because that's just the way you carry. That's the way you carry yourself within the sport of boxing. Let's get to your nickname though, bro. Shu Shu. Where does that come from? It's one of the most unique names. There ain't another. There's never been another Shu Shu. There ain't another Shu Shu right now. Where does it come from, bro?
So Shu Shu actually is just a baby name. It was just a baby name my family called me around everyone. Like, and I always felt like it was unique because I never really met too many Shu Shus. Like, there's honestly only one other Shu Shu that I know, and that's actually he's from the hood. Outside of that, he's from where I'm from. So outside of that, I've never met another Shu Shu. So I felt like me going into the pros, I was kind of like thinking about, what's gonna be my nickname? What's gonna be my nickname? Should I have like a nickname that somebody else has? Should I have my own type of nickname, or probably think like an animal or something? Like, I think my nickname, I was thinking about having it be the mongoose, because somebody had called me that while one day they was watching me train. They're like, yo, you fight like a mongoose. And I'm just like, Bruce the Mongoose. That sounds got a little ring to it. But I don't really like sharing stuff. Like, I don't like sharing names. So when I found out that Willie Monroe Jr. had El Mongoose as his name, I'm like, nah, I don't want it anymore. So I was like, Shu Shu is unique. Ain't nobody is going to be naming themselves Shu Shu. So, like, Demetrius Andre is Boo Boo, but it ain't Shu Shu. So we
Yeah.
gonna we gonna go with the Shu Shu.
Yeah.
And I see people are finding a liking to it, has a good ring to it, and it's unforgettable. So I like it. I feel like after a while, you see how they call Saul Alvarez Canelo Alvarez. They're gonna
Yeah.
replace that first name with Shu Shu.
Yeah, isn't that already what they put on the posters?
Yeah, they do that now. Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely do that now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. Anybody can say it. Like you said, it's a baby name. Anybody can say
Yeah.
it. And yeah, your fighting style kind of makes you stand out too, because you're very talented. You're very clean already
Thank you.
with only 6 professional fights.
Thank
At the top level, most of the knockouts, they come in exchanges, which is where you're at your best. Like in the middle range, kind of the intermediate range, they call it. But you had the one knockout, the one where you wore the Bed-Stuy pattern shoots, shorts, rather.
I had the Coogee print, Biggie type joint.
Yeah. That's another thing too. You like to rep the New York teams. I mean, Buffalo Bills fans will tell you that the Giants are in Jersey over there.
Of course. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
But nah, man, New York, man, it's still New York, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Are you gonna do a New York theme on the 8th?
For sure, yeah. I'm definitely doing a New York theme on the 8th. And then I think after that one, I'm gonna give it a little break, and then I'll come back with some New York theme stuff after a while.
Yeah, because there's so much you could do.
Yeah.
Is it a sports team on the 8th, or do you not want to give any spoilers?
Yeah, it's a sports team.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a sports team for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to say who.
You got any? No. You got any guesses? I mean, I ain't gonna tell you, but I'll let you know if it's a good guess or not.
Because I'm trying to think, because it's going to be April. It's going to be around spring training. So the Yankees make sense, but I don't know if it's Yankees. But it will be getting close to playoff season. So it might be the Knicks. But I don't know. But you already did the Nets. I don't know if you would rock the Knicks and the Nets.
I did the Knicks already, yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know if you would repeat that, though. I'm gonna go with the Yankees, bro. You got to do. It's a big night of fights, too. You got to do the pinstripes, I would say.
Yo, that was honestly a good guess. I will give you that much. I'm not gonna give you too much, but I will let you know for sure that was actually a good guess. So when you do watch the fight, you'll be like, "Oh wow, he was right. I did a good guess." So, but yeah,
because Brooklyn's tricky. I know people from Brooklyn. They're either Yankees fans or they're Mets fans.
Mets, right? Yeah.
So it's like same thing with football. They're either Jets fans or Giants fans, and Jersey's the same way.
Yeah,
when I was out there, I was like, I don't know why y'all fighting over either one of them. They both fucking suck.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I got to run out of the tunnel with the Jets one year when Leonard Williams was still on the Jets. I got to run out of the tunnel with him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they played the Panthers. Back when the Panthers had Cam Newton, the first, that's how long ago it was. But
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was for like a Veterans Day thing. It was like their armed services game. But hey, the Giants are good now, though.
Yeah, no, they are, man. They listen, they did their thing. Freaking the Eagles just torched them. That was tough. But no, they did their thing. They went further than a lot of people didn't expect them to go. And I'm actually proud of the progress, and I see them doing even better next year, to be honest.
So, but Daniel Jones is asking for a lot of money. Do you think they should keep him, or do you think they should get a different quarterback? Because there's some good quarterbacks on the free agency market right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for sure they should definitely look at some other options. But I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. That's tough. That's a tough one. That's a tough call. You got to see how that goes.
Somebody said Derek Carr, but Derek Carr is not tough enough to handle the New York fans. He's not, bro. If he can't handle Raiders fans, he cannot handle New York
fans.
He can't do it.
Yeah, no, we get rowdy.
I'm telling you, he can't.
Yeah, we definitely get rowdy.
But before we get you out here, man, you're fighting on April 8th on the Shakur Stevenson card out of Newark, New Jersey. You're fighting my friend and another former guest of the show, Brandon the Hitter Chambers, Brody Chambers out of Baltimore, Maryland. Super exciting news, man. He's talented. It's going to be a good test for you and good fight for both of you guys, man. I really wish you guys both the luck and hope you guys stay safe. And I'm excited for it, man. Do you have any plugs you want to send out? Any companies or anything like that before we get you out of here, bro?
No, for sure. Well, before I even get into that, I kind of want to talk about the upcoming fight.
For sure.
So I'm really excited about this one because this is my first fighting another undefeated fighter. So we're definitely going to be coming with a lot to prove. We're definitely going to be coming to set ourselves and show that we are on a certain level. And I'm definitely coming to do that on April 8th. I'm definitely excited for this. This is something that I really want to do for a while because, I get my knockouts and stuff like that, but I definitely want the respect as well too. And not to say that I don't get the respect, but I definitely want more. Like I want to continue to prove myself and show like I'm gonna definitely be ready when the time comes for me to fight for the world championships. And fights like this is gonna continue to prove that. I hear I hear nothing but good things about this guy, about Brandon Chambers. I hear he's a police officer and everything, and giving back to the community and everything. And I respect guys like that, and outside of boxing, that's, beautiful guy. I appreciate, a guy like that. But, once we get in that square circle, all of that respect goes out the window, and it's going to be time to put in that work. And
I'm sure he feels the exact same way.
100%. That we fighters, bro. That we're fighters. Like that's what it's supposed to be. Mano y mano, man to man. And I got nothing but respect for him as a man. And we're gonna definitely, put on the show.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for it because I know both of y'all are gonna bring it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's gonna be clean boxing too.
For sure.
I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to see what you're rocking because I want to see if I was right or not. I want to but
definitely I just got you more intrigued to watch the fight just off of that.
Are you going to be on the main card by chance? Because I know a lot of y'all are on that card, or are you going to be a prelim?
I don't think so because ESPN, they usually only have like 3 people on the main card, usually right. 2 or 3. Like, so that'll be Shakur, Keyshawn, and Jared. Those are probably the 3 guys that they'll probably have. But I think I'm going to be the main event of ESPN Plus.
Oh man, I really wish they would do what Showtime does and simulcast it on YouTube so more people can watch it.
Yeah, true. But hey,
ESPN Plus, man, if they're watching the main fight, they probably got ESPN Plus anyway. Last question before you get it out of here, because this is the one I've been asking everybody this. Mm-hmm. So you're fighting on the same card as Shakur.
Yeah.
Devin's got all the belts.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got Tank. Out of those 3, in a year from now, who's going to be the champ?
Bro, so honestly, like these guys are making it, like Devin is making a case for himself more and more. I always felt like Shakur, one of the best guys out of the bunch, honestly. And Tank, he's undoubtedly, a real superstar in that division. Like you can't really choose between those guys.
It's so hard.
It's hard because it's not about the styles, because stylistically, each one of them can give each other problems equally. It's about the mind and who has the most will to win the fight. That is what's going to win these fights, bro. It's not going to be Tank's power. It's not going to be, because they're all hard, like, to hit each other. Like, it's not really, like, you really got to, put in a lot of work to get the shots that you want to get on each one of these guys. So, it's not going to be Tank's power. It's not going to be the quickness of this person. Like, it's always going to be the IQ. It's all going to be the ring generalship. It's going to be the will of each one of these fighters that's going to put, them over the edge to see who's going to be at the top of the division. And I'm super excited that these guys are finally starting to, get in the mix. You got Lomachenko and Devin. You got Ryan Garcia and Tank. Big fight. And Shakur is going to get his fight coming up soon.
Can we please get Frank versus Keyshawn too? Dude.
Oh, man, that's going to be so tough. That'll be beautiful. Bro, that'll be beautiful.
Like, how I post on my timeline, like the 3 fighters in each weight class, see who's better than, like, have people rank them. I posted Keyshawn's pick on the story the other day. I was like, does Keyshawn beat Frank Martin right now? And both of them fucking voted on it. Like, Keyshawn was like, yeah. Frank was like, no. And I'm like, all right. Like, I would love that fight. If
that was a good matchup. I never even thought about that one. That's a good matchup.
If not that fight, Frank versus Isaac Cruz, because I think Frank beats Isaac Cruz. I think Frank beats Isaac Cruz.
Isaac is tough. Yeah, man. Frank is good, bro. I liked what he did against Michelle Rivera. He just showed like he was on a different level. Isaac is tough at anybody. Keyshawn, he's ready for that top level competition. And I just can't wait to see him being thrown in the mix when you talk about names like Devin and Ryan and stuff like that. Like, bro, like Keyshawn, his time is gonna come when his name's gonna really be thrown in the mix. Yeah. But I feel like I'm upset that his fight with To Go had dropped, because like that he was like To Go is kind of like a good name to be on his resume. I don't know who the heck he's fighting now.
Anthony Yigit.
Anthony Yigit? Yeah, I don't really know much about him.
He fought Rolly last. He fought Rolly right before Rolly fought Tank. Well, Rolly fought him.
Rolly stopped him, didn't he?
Yeah, he missed.
Yeah, it was like kind of a dirty fight, like in a way. Low key.
It was a Rolly fight. Yeah,
it was a Rolly fight.
Yeah. No disrespect to Rolly, but he brings a very
It was a Rolly fight.
Yeah, he's like he fights like Sean Porter. If Sean Porter took a few lines before the fight.
I feel you. Okay. Yeah. So it's good. Okay. Well, but To Go's name is better. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, Keyshawn would have had a better case for himself if he would have fought To Go and won that fight. But it is what it is. His time is gonna come. The guy is on the right track, and I'm just super excited. I'm a big fan of Keyshawn. I love watching him fight. He's my boy.
Yeah,
he's my boy. I love watching him fight, though.
Yeah, I love watching all y'all fight, man. I can't even hide the fact I'm a fanboy, bro. I won't ever try neither. But I know. Damn it, we're running late. Just like real quick, man. When's your name gonna get thrown in the mix? Because Top Rank has a lot at 126, and you're one of the hottest names right now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, like in everybody that asked you this question, man, I'm taking my time. I'm definitely taking my time because I want to begin. I don't want to be a burning star. I don't want to shine bright early and shine fast. I'm in a fast track and then burn out fast. I want to be a type of guy that lasts, long in the game. And to do that, like I said, you have to take your time and build your name as a household name. I don't want to be like this one-shot guy, and I don't want to do that. I definitely want to be able to, for people to recognize my face, recognize my name in different areas, different places. But soon, though, you'll definitely be seeing me soon fighting the top names. I'm just, I'm just not in the fast track. I'm definitely going to continue to build myself and work on, my abilities and everything like that. Like, I feel like all of these fights that I'm having, it's teaching me, to hone my skills more and more, because I'm fighting longer rounds. This is my first 8-rounder. It's going to be a nice fight, undefeated fighter. So we stepping it up. We definitely stepping it up slowly but steadily. We're definitely stepping it up for sure. And we ain't taking no easy fights for nothing. Like, we're not doing none of that for like, we definitely making sure that I'm getting tested and I learn from each one of my fights. And so everybody that's watching, y'all gonna tune in ESPN Plus April 8th, or if y'all want to come through, it's gonna be in Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center, and y'all gonna definitely get a show, man. 100%, Team Carrington.
Yeah, and I can vouch for you, bro, and I can vouch for Brody. You're both gonna bring it. I'm looking forward to it. It sucks that one of y'all has to lose. That's the name of the game, bro.
Him. We definitely gonna take the L for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey,
for sure.
I put nothing on the fight though. I gotta
respect it though. That's your man's. I don't respect you too. That's your man's. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you're my dude now too. I mean, you gave me the honor. You gave me the honor of having you out here, which I'm more than thankful for. I'm really appreciative of it, man. I know how much a fighter's time means to them. Especially one, like I said, you are in demand. There's a reason you're headlining the main event of the prelims on ESPN Plus.
Thank you.
Guys, give him a follow on Instagram. It's Bruce_Carrington. He is Shu Shu.
Yes.
He's gonna be rocking some custom joints from Everlast on his feet, most likely. Right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm signed with Everlast. Yeah.
Hell yeah. What song you coming out to? You gonna rock Brooklyn, dude? MOP.
I did MOP when I fought with the viral knockout that I had with Andujar. I did MOP, and it was a great reaction. But then again, I'm like, man, I should have held it a little longer.
Bro,
Yo, that went crazy.
you know what has a great bass line for a walkout song and no one ever uses it? Respect by Biggie.
Respect. I gotta listen to it. I gotta listen to it in the car because the car got the bass.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
gonna definitely listen to it.
All right, guys, give him a follow on Instagram. April 8th on ESPN Plus. He's fighting Brandon Brody, the hitter Chambers at 126. It's gonna be a sick fight. Thank you so much for coming on, man, and best of luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man.